Division I head coach in college basketball. And Tavon, I am pretty sure that there are a half dozen players in the sport right now that are going to be older than you this season.
No. It's Tavon Salad. But, man, these kids are getting older and older by the year, man. We got a couple 24-year-olds on our team, so I like to tell them 24 and 30. I mean, it's kind of the same thing, you know?
I mean, if we had to guess who is older between the two of you right now, I'm not Trey. No disrespect, man, but like it's a tough call right now. It's a tough call, Tavon. Obviously, this is your third year at Nicholls. I think you're building something there. I think you've already done a hell of a job. I mean, look at it, winning 20 games last year, first time in program history that you guys have won 20 games in a row. What's the key to taking the next step, though? Which we know the next step now is obviously winning the league and getting the NCAA tournament.
I mean, I think for us, just staying healthy. We've been able to win back-to-back 21 seasons, back-to-back, finished third place both years. Got a championship appearance, and we lost in the semis last year. I mean, for us, it's just going to be able to stay healthy, defending, and I think versatility. You know, offensively, I think we shoot it like the best team in the country, at least top 10. So as long as we do those things, I think we'll be fine.
Trey, I remember talking with Drew Valentine back when he first got the job at Loyola. When I think he was one of the youngest coaches at that point in college basketball. And he was saying it was a real value for him to be able to relate to the guys on his team at a level that's a lot different than someone that's maybe of a different generation, right? Do you see that with Coach? Is that something where you get the guys on the team are able to connect with him at a different level? I mean, you've been at different programs at a different level than maybe other coaches have.
Yeah, I see that a lot because, like, whenever he says something to us, we kind of feel it on a higher level. Like, he believes in us to do what we're supposed to do.
Is he still able to get out there and play a little bit? Like, if you guys aren't doing something right in practice, can he get out there and you know, maybe show you a thing or two?
Not on the defensive end.
I still got a couple. I can't guard them, but they can't guard me neither.
So you bring back some key guys, Tavon, obviously one of them next to you and Trey, but Jaden, Sincere coming back as well. All of them were like key pieces, but not the guy. What do you expect out of those guys this year in terms of taking that jump? Do you expect, a lot of balance on this team this season, or do you think there will be a guy that emerges? And which would you rather have?
I like a balanced roster. We like to play between 8 to 10 guys. The thing I'll say about those three guys, they're all taking different roles from last year, just from a leadership. We got 10 new guys, so that's kind of hard, you know. So they've been like extended coaches. Like, I laugh at this guy. Like, sometimes I call him a GA. Like, he kind of knows what I'm already thinking. Even Sincere, man, all these guys are taking on different roles. I think Jalen Searles, he'll be a breakout player this year. I think Z Hamoda, who was all conference in the Big Sky at Sacramento State, I think he has a chance to be all conference. So I think we have 2 to 3 guys with potential to be all conference. My first 2 years here, first year we had 2 guys get on all conference, and last year 1. So I don't think that'll slow down. One of the things I'll say is we don't have NIL here, so we like to go off of something called built, not brought. A lot of these kids that we bring in, they average 1, 2, 3 points. So I don't think we get enough credit down here for developing. And I'm excited about the kids we got this year. A couple NAIA transfers, a couple JUCO kids. I expect us to compete at the top of the league again.
Yeah, Tavon, I was going to ask you about that. So you got 4 guys coming in from NAIA. You got some JUCO players coming in. How do you get them ready to adjust to playing Division I basketball at this level?
I think for me, I was spoiled. I like to tell people I'm the youngest head coach in the country, but I came off of Kevin Willard's staff. That year, we had 3 guys go get a head coaching job: me, Tony Skinn, Grant Billmeyer. You had David Cox, and obviously you had Kevin Willard. So just preparing them and being able to see it at the highest level, you know, the way we prepare like a high major team. I tell people we operate like a high major. We don't do 2 things. We don't fly charter, and we don't eat 5-star meals. But from a preparation standpoint, from a schematic, from a development standpoint, I'll put us up with anyone in the country.
All right, so Tavon, I'm fighting with my wife these days. We want to get a new dog, and I'm fighting for a big dog, right? I've had a lab, I've had a golden retriever. She wants a little dog, a Bernedoodle, like a 20-pound Bernedoodle. You have a dog that we're going to show right now. Tell me the name of your dog and how you named the dog. Like, was it just you and your idea?
Yeah, that's my guy right there, man. His name is Thibodeau. He's actually named after the town Thibodeau, where Nicholls is located. My staff kind of convinced me to get a dog after my first year. That's my guy right there. You'll see him around a little bit. Hey Jeff, if you need a dog, I would advise you get a Frenchie, man. They do everything but listen. So if you're looking for that, hey Jeff, he does everything but listen, dude.
Hey, my wife's already got me for that does nothing and doesn't listen. So she doesn't need another,
Absolutely.
How old's the dog? A couple years old already?
18 months.
18 months?
Only 18.
All right. How long it take you to train the dog? How long it take you to train it?
About 12 months, man. I'm a first-time dog owner, dude. I didn't know what I was doing, so it took me a little minute, but now we're here. We still got a little way to go.
All right,
hey, what's harder to coach, a freshman or an 18-month-old Frenchie?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You want to know a funny story? This is the only freshman I've ever recruited. And so
really,
I would definitely say this guy. When I was at McNeese, I was assistant at McNeese about 4 or 5 years ago. I got him from Baltimore, my hometown. So he was a team thrill kid. I chased this kid around for a whole summer. And so now to see us here after starting at McNeese and him going on my second year, man, I'm really proud of this kid. Special player. And he has a special family.
Is that crazy for you, Trey? The fact of like the road that you guys have taken to come back together now and try to get this thing to the next level. And I know, at McNeese a couple of years ago, you were hurt. You didn't play. Last year, obviously, you get the opportunity, get back on the court. I assume even you feel like, hey, you're removed from the injury. You're going to be able to take a big jump this year.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy, but at the same time, though, I feel like me and him got a bigger goal, like to each other, basically.
Baltimore
Tavon,
tough. Who's tougher? Who's tougher out of the two of you from Baltimore?
You can be honest. Go ahead.
I'd probably say me.
Good answer. He's old now. He hit 30. He's an old 30 now.
Tavon, I am curious because you went straight into coaching after your playing career, more or less. And when you get the job at 28, I'm wondering how much of the learning experience was just kind of figuring it out on the fly. And now that you're in this thing, you're in year 3 as the head coach, as the guy running the program. Is there anything where you were like, when I first got the job, I can't believe I was doing that. I had no idea what I didn't know at that point.
I like to tell people we don't have a big platform down here, so I don't get to broadcast my story. It's another situation where I was kind of spoiled, how I said with the Kevin Willard situation. I played for Wes Miller at UNCG when he was 28. I got freshman of the year for Wes Miller. And I was blessed enough for Austin Clonch to hire me when he was a 28-year-old head coach. So I was kind of groomed. I won't say I knew everything that I wanted, but I knew what I didn't want. And so that kind of pushed me towards the things that I did want. So being able to see both of their programs at the age of 28, and even though I was a player, I was always a guy that watched, So I always had an eye for it. And then when I left Maryland, seeing that up close immediately after, like I said, I didn't know everything I wanted to do. To answer your question, I would say I thought I could control everything. 3 years in, I'm kind of understanding that certain things are out of my control. That would probably be my best answer.
Was this something that you knew you wanted to do all along, right? Like I've talked with other coaches that kind of got jobs at a younger age that were players. Like I'm sure that there were options for you to play professionally somewhere. Did you just know that you wanted to be a coach and you kind of was like, hey, if I'm going to fast track this thing and I want to be a head coach, I might as well get started in this profession this way now? Or was this I guess my question is, was it a plan of yours to be able to get into the business at the age that you did?
Kinda, but not really. I wanted to be a player. I transferred to Nicholls. I played for Richie Riley. Nicholls won his first championship in 20 years. Our second to last game of the season, I blew my knee out, and so I had to go to South Alabama here to do rehab. I got my master's degree in 13 months when I was a GA, so it kind of put me in a tough spot that I really want to go overseas and probably play for pennies, you know. Truth of the matter, like I could have probably played for pennies after sitting out a year, or I was kind of on the track to jump in as a 24-year-old and be a Dobo. And so I like to tell people, man, I know I'm a head coach at 28, but I did every step. I was a GA, I was a Dobo for 2 years, I've been an assistant, I've been on the support staff. I mean, now I'm just a head coach, so I don't feel as though I skipped a step, but I wouldn't say I knew all along, no.
All right, Trey, give me somebody. We've mentioned a couple guys in your team here. You could say one of those guys. That's fine. That was there last year. I'd rather you say a newcomer. Give me somebody that we're going to find out about quickly as the season gets going next week that we don't know about yet.
Got named two of them.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I got Z and Zayden Cross.
So Z, we already talked about, from Sac State, redshirted right last year, started his career at Utah State. He also went to Bridgeton Academy, played for one of my favorite people, Whit Lejour, at Bridgeton Academy years ago. Go ahead, expand a little bit on Z's game if you can, and then follow up with your number two guy.
Well, Z he more so like he a shooter, but he can score from like all three levels of the court. And Zayden, he a knockdown shooter too, so you gotta respect him.
So, hey, Tavon, you said this early on in the conversation, like you feel like you could be as good a shooting team as almost anybody in the country. Was that the priority when you looked at what you were going to add through the portal? And how hard is it without any NIL to be able to do that? Because everybody wants shooting.
Absolutely. I mean, for us, it's definitely hard, but I think a couple things help us. One, I think we play a certain style that kids want to play. You know, we play kind of fast. We shoot a ton of threes. We actually just made 18 threes in the scrimmage game, a closed-door scrimmage, so hopefully we can keep shooting it. And then the next thing would be, like, 3 guys on our team went and made $850,000 in the portal. And so, like, that kind of sells itself. Like, when we recruit these kids, I mean, that's one of our biggest selling pitches. I'm the youngest head coach in the country, and I don't run away from Nicholls being a stepping stone. And so when I talk to kids, it's not a 4-year plan anymore. It's like we got a 10-month plan. After 10 months, we reassess, you know. And I know some coaches run from it, but I think that's one of the best things we do. We run towards it, and they hire me to win games and develop. And so I'm not running from the challenge of having to develop a new team every year. And I tell people, this is all I know. I came in so young, so if I've been in the game for 20 years and it flipped overnight, I probably would be pretty upset.
How do you – I've said before that I think that's a really smart way to go about doing this for a program at your level. Like be the one-and-done school. Do what John Calipari did for kids getting to the NBA, right? Be able to kind of get those guys to the next level. But how do you – when you have that short of a window with them, what's the key to being able to develop these players, right? Because normally you got freshmen come in, you know, they play as freshmen, they start as sophomores, they score as juniors, and then they end up winning as seniors, right? It's kind of fast track. So how do you get these guys better in that short of a window?
I think real relationships allow you to tell the truth, you know? So, like, we focus on real relationships. We spend a ton of time with them off the court, and that allows them to tell the truth. I mean, allows us to tell them the truth. And I also feel like from a language barrier, you know, the average age of my staff is 27 and a half, which is crazy when you think about it. The average age of my players is about 22 and a half. And so being able to communicate to them in a quicker time, because at the end of the day, we don't have money, but everyone in the country is dealing with 6 to 12 new transfers. So, like, it's not a Nicholls State problem. I don't have an excuse per se.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, listen, we appreciate you being here. Tavon, Trey, it's great to see you. It's great to catch up. Best of luck this season, and go get us a big win so we can get you on the field of 68 after dark this year.
Get a Frenchie, man. Get a Frenchie, Jeff. Trust me.